but for some of us, this is how we cope.
Yeah.
Yes. And just being in some people, okay, it's like some people when they're going through a breakup, they only want to listen to sad music, right? Because they're like, I just want to be in the sadness. You know, I want to be in that. Yeah. Like they're like Fiona Apple, Sarah McLachlan, give me all of it. But
Adele,
then
all day.
other people are like, no, like I need to be up, 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 up. You know, so everyone deals with things different. Like some people want to know every single news story, every single thing about what's going on right now because it makes them feel plugged in. Whereas other people are like, yo, I can't do it. So I think it's really just like understanding the reality that like there's a whole global pandemic going on. Everybody is not in it or dealing with it the same way. Everybody is not going through it the same way. And laughter is helpful.
Did y'all hear about the meme?
I'm not going to recognize that I have sound effects.
I did.
Oh, thank you, Bonnie.
Sound effects. That was applause.
You talked about your espresso maker.
Exactly. Thank you. You're making me crave coffee right now, Lonnie.
I even got the laughter one.
Did you guys see the meme that said, lay me on an empty grocery shelf and let me be your snack? Did y'all see that one?
Oh,
I didn't see that one.
Card. That's amazing.
I cannot.
Well, okay, so you guys know when you bring up the grocery store, I'm really the queen when it comes to staying 6 feet away from people and really monitoring how much I'm stepping outside. I even did a post on Instagram about it because flattening the curve is the focus we should all be having. But let me tell you, there's people's neighbors, I don't know if you guys have heard this, that are taking it to the very next level by actually calling out people online who aren't 6 feet away from each other. And there's also tensions between neighbors that are running really high because people who are confined to their spaces, they're living their life, they're playing loud music, they're having loud phone calls, but neighbors are really getting offended and getting really tense about it because we're all sharing the space and everybody who's at home is now just really recognizing you can hear everything and and you're sharing the same air. So I want to know, how do you ladies deal with neighbors who are either being too nosy or loud, or neighbors that are like calling you out in public when it comes to the 6 feet away?
Well, you guys know I just moved.
I
went outside for the first time in 24 days. And I went for a walk. And as I was coming back to my house, my neighbor was pulling into her driveway. So I met her for the first time. She was very, very nice. Her name is Alexis. Nice. And she was like, we're here for anything you guys may need, except for toilet paper. She's like, we can't help you with toilet paper. And I was like, oh, well, damn. I was like, well, we got some over here. We went and bought in bulk from Costco a long time ago, and it's just the two of us. So
okay, but my question, Adrian, when you hollered at her, did you maintain distance, or did you come up to the car, or how was it?
I maintained my distance.
Okay.
Because I'm the crazy psychotic person about that right now. Yeah. So I maintained my distance, and she actually was the one that was being super friendly. You know, I'm very New York. I like to give people their privacy, not chit-chatting with next door neighbors. So as she was pulling in, I just kept walking, and she rolled down her window and was like, "Hi, I'm your neighbor." But I was doing the moonwalk away from the car.
What's the question? What was the question? How do you feel about people? I mean, would you tell on other neighbors if you? Yeah.
Oh,
are you the neighbor Are you the neighbor that would snitch on others in their face or online to tell people to maintain the 6 feet? And how do you deal with neighbors being so close in proximity? Now that everybody's at home at the same time, everybody's trying to have it. DJ Nice is spinning in his apartment, you know?
Gene, right now, this is serious, okay?
Yeah.
And so I handle it seriously because we are talking about life and death. I know we were just talking about, how we handle certain things, but when it comes to personal social distancing, I think it's very important that we adhere to that, even if it's my neighbors. And most of my neighbors, I don't know. So I got to look out, I got to stay away from them. So the thing is that because we're all at home a lot more, we're hearing, some people I feel like if they're loud, I don't mind going over there and knocking on the door saying, hey, can you kind of keep it down? But it depends on how your neighbor looks. If your neighbor is tough, I think you need to not do that. You gotta
I feel like I would maybe give them
3 chances, you know, because I don't want to be like, obviously this is a serious situation, but if it got to the point where they were doing like block parties, having, you know,